Hey, yo, welcome to the QB School Show. Fired up this week. All sorts of good stuff to talk about. Thank you for checking in. Let's get this thing going. First question I want to hit, saw from Chess Piece 58. How do you assert yourself as a team leader when joining a new team? That is a great question, happening probably all across the country here as kids transfer or rise up as freshmen. You're all of a sudden in a new program. I think it's really, think it's really important to do a handful of things here that I want to mention. The first thing is, and what everyone will always say, and I think it's relevant in just about every situation, is to lead by example. And obviously that goes without saying, I think, to a certain degree. You know, you got to do things right. You got to show up on time. You got to put in effort. You got to finish through the line. You got to be first in line. You got to be able to be last in line and push the group forward. All those things that are kind of intuitive, but I think it's helpful to mention. I think the thing, that you're looking for as far as a little bit better answer than just kind of the generic, be a leader thing is to really go out of your way to be kind, to be welcoming, to intentionally kind of get to know someone every single day. Don't just gravitate towards the cool kids or the best players. You want to elevate the group, the collective. I always tell people, as a quarterback, you can often tell if you're in a quarterback competition, it's the person who's going to play is the person that elevates the huddle. So not only makes the people around them better, but you can tell the mojo, the vibe, the vibration of the huddle is different, is positive when this guy walks into the huddle or this person walks into the huddle, and to just be really intentional with that and try to build it up as a group, as a program. I think you can grab someone after practice. Hey, let's get a couple extra reps. You can grab someone on the weekend. Hey, I'm going to be out there. If you're interested in doing stuff, come out and throw. Those type of things go a long way with coaches. The other thing that that I recognize in our program and always appreciate from our players, whether they're new or veteran guys, is people that spend time in the material. That's just the way it is. It's important to have a good understanding of exactly what your coaches are asking you to do. So ask good questions, ask meaningful questions. Don't ask regurgitated questions like, tell me what I just said 3 seconds ago. That just means you weren't listening. So ask kind of intuitive questions. What are the next steps? What are other things you could be thinking about? I think is another way to kind of promote that new leadership and influence in a new team. And really that's all it is when people say, how can you be a leader? How can you, be better in your role in leadership? It's just influencing a group, whether that's your position group, your team, your program, your community. You're looking to gather more influence within that sector. And so how do you do that? There's a bunch of different ways. I think it's good to start with, hey, be a model, show the way, those type of things. But then how do you motivate the group? How do you elevate them? I think that they see you and you push them to a new level. So you can be yourself, be authentic. I think that there's a level of, you don't have to be rah-rah if you're not a rah-rah guy. You don't have to be rah-rah to be a quarterback or to be, a middle linebacker. That's just the way that the TV gravitates towards a Ray Lewis type guy or the Drew Brees kind of break down the huddle type of thing. That's not really, in my opinion, great leadership. Great leadership is influence and mobilizing a group towards a goal that they couldn't achieve without you, and that you're setting the vision and holding their hand and pushing them all in the same direction. And so being really intentional with your behaviors, your actions, all those things, I think go a long way, but it starts with modeling it and then it goes to motivating the group. And so there's a bunch of different ways to do it. Great question. Have fun with it. Be yourself at the end of the day and just enjoy the ride. All right. Excellent question. Thank you for checking out the course. Good moment right here. If you haven't and you are interested in RPOs, do me a favor. Boom, boom. Lots of content in the RPO course. Over 6 hours, 70 images. Basically, what I think is kind of a great pathway towards mastering RPOs and a bunch of different levels and ways to think about it. Do me a favor. Please think about enrolling. Check it out. There's a couple free lessons over there. Get an idea of if it's something that you're interested in. I'm very proud of it. I think it's the best thing that I've created video content wise. So I want to share it with people. I know it's not free, but for the amount of time it took to create, it's something that I think is reflective of what it looks like. And for the kind of the hours for what it is and the images, all those things kind of come together. For me, I'm really proud of it. Would love to continue to share it. I'm obviously, this is a special group for me, people who check in all the time, support the channel already. So I'm already appreciative of different memberships and Patreon and all those things. But for the RPO stuff specifically, I'm very proud of it. Please think about enrolling. Appreciate it.